Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and today I want to talk to you about how you can overcome sales rejection. Now, last week or so, I've been in the market for buying a whole bunch of white goods. Washing machines, ovens, cooktops, range hoods, and sinks, taps, and all this kind of stuff. I am doing up a kitchen. Now, I went into a large retailer here in Adelaide. There's only a couple of them. You probably can guess which ones I'm talking about. I'm not going to name them because that's not important. So I go in there and I've already selected the white goods that I want. I've already been online, knowing what models I want. I've already been into the retailer as well to find out if they've got them. I know someone that has these particular white goods, and I've used these white goods before, so I'm pretty confident about the white goods that I've sold, that I have chosen are going to do what I want to do. So I went in there with all the prices, and I had done my research. They're commodity products. Multiple of these white good retailers sell them, and I know what products what prices all of the products are going for. And of course, these retailers know the prices as well. They all claim to do price matching. So if the competitor is also offering the same products, they'll just match the price. So commodity products, we are only purchasing, as consumers, we are only purchasing these products based on the brand or the name of those retailers, not the product. The price, it could all be matched. So you can get the price on the product anywhere. It's just which retailer you like to shop at. So I went to this retailer, and mainly because of convenience, not because I necessarily like them. And I went in there and said, look, you've got all these on advertised, can you match the price of your competitor? And they came back and said, yep, they can. Competitor was actually offering free delivery, which is a $70 value. They already priced it at that. If I can go down to a petrol station, hire a trailer, it's going to be about 70 bucks. So I said to them, look, can you knock 70 bucks off, which is the equivalent of price matching that bonus that this other retailer was putting in. They hemmed and hawed, and then they went off to the manager, and then the manager came back and knocked 70 bucks off. And I said, let me think about it. I had a bit more of a think about it. I came back to them and said, you know, look, it's $1,830 now. If you can get me down to $1,800, I'll buy it off you. And they said, nope, we can't do that. And I said, well, how about you throw in a bonus? Give me some knives or some crockery or something else kitchen related that I could use. And I actually need some of that stuff anyway, which I was going to go buy. So if they could throw it in for free, that would be amazing. And they came back and said, nope, we can't do that. It's not something that is possible anymore. So I said, well, you've got to get me down to $1,800 or I don't have a sale. So they went off to the manager, and the manager said, yep, no worries, $1,800 is what you can have it for. So I have beaten them down by $150. I know the maths doesn't work out there with the 70 plus 30, but the other $50 was the price match. So I've beaten them down $150 on the purchase for things that I already knew I was going to buy. I had to buy. It's just a matter of who I was going to buy it through. So I'm in pocket $150. Now, the lesson here, and I'm circling back to the name of this episode, which is around how you can get over your fear of sales rejection. Now, I'm not actually selling anything. I am a consumer. It all comes down to negotiation. And when you are selling, you are in a form of negotiation. And if you can get over the fear of being told no, then you're going to do really well at sales. Now, I didn't get told no in this scenario. I actually got $150 value out of that. But I've been told no multiple times, both in a selling environment, which is really hard because it does feel like rejection, but also in a consumer environment. Now, I always recommend people to start negotiating as a consumer. You're going to buy the product anyway, and you're probably going to spend the price that it is advertised at regardless. You may as well go out and ask for a discount, because the worst case scenario is they're going to say no and you're going to purchase it anyway for the price anyway. The risk is so low to you, plus you're not selling anything, so it's not going to feel like a rejection. Now, I wouldn't recommend, and I don't recommend, going out and negotiating for prices that are in the thousands of dollars like I have. I recommend starting at much lower price points on products that you don't really care about. For example, coffee. Every time you go buy a coffee, ask for a discount. I buy books, and I buy a lot of secondhand books. I ask for discounts. I ask them to round down a couple dollars. I have saved so much money by just asking that simple question: is that the best price you can do? And usually the salesperson panics and says, yeah, we can actually drop it down, or no problem, because they don't want to be rejected. Now, this also works with, much higher things that you are negotiating. In terms of salary, I've negotiated tens of thousands of dollars worth of salary increases over the years when I have worked for other people. So you can get some really big savings, but really big earnings as well, by just doing this, by practicing small on things you're going to purchase anyway. Because once you get over the fear of hearing no as a consumer, which is far less, you get really used to hearing the word no, and it doesn't actually mean that much to you. It doesn't hurt as much as rejection. So when you go sell, you can start negotiating as the vendor for the best possible prices, but also the best possible terms. And you can hear people say no to your sales pitch and be totally okay with it. So that's kind of the process that I recommend for people. Start negotiating small on things that don't matter and you're already going to purchase. Build your way up to bigger purchases in the thousands of dollars and see what you can get away with. And just on a side note, I've got a few other purchases that need to come in thousands of dollars, and I am more than happy to shop around on commodity products and get really, really good deals, even if it's not on products, but also on labor and services, because I'm really good at this process. Then once you've done that negotiating as a consumer, move on to negotiating as a vendor and see what types of prices and terms you are able to negotiate with customers on the back end, because you are so used to hearing no as a consumer. Hearing no as a salesperson and getting over that rejection is literally nothing. We're at 8 minutes now. Hope this is an interesting lesson for you. Like I always say, I'd love you to try this out, particularly as a consumer. Let me know what you go out and purchase and what you have negotiated down on price, and then let me know in the comments or send me a message, because I'd love to know how you go. But also, once you've done that, I'd love you to tell me about how you are selling and how you are negotiating as a salesperson, and if you do hear a rejection, how this helps with you overcoming that fear that everyone has. So until we talk next time, I hope you have a great day, and goodbye. Thanks for listening, and if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.